Hello, so today I'm going to do kind of like a work with me, kind of like a challenge video, and I'm challenging myself to get some specific inventory listed that I've been meaning to list for months now. If you're new here, or if you haven't been here in a while, I'm standing in a fifth wheel, a fifth wheel RV, whatever you want to call it, it's a fifth wheel. I live in it with my husband and my 3 kids, my dog, and 2 cats. And so reselling has been a side hustle for me for over a year now. I bought a bunch of liquidation shoes. In October, my goal was to get them up by Thanksgiving. I had a baby in June, so I don't know what I was thinking trying to continue to run my businesses, my more full-time sources of income, and also list 150 pairs of shoes. I don't know why I thought I could do that, especially with the holidays. I'm really bad at estimating how much time I have. I think I have a lot more time than I do. My baby still eats every 2 hours, maybe 3 hours at this point, and I just don't have a lot of time. So I haven't had a chance to get all these shoes up. My last work with me video, which I will pop up right here, was also me getting these shoes up. So it's just been a long process. I'm still making a profit. It's just taking a lot longer. And since reselling is a side hustle for me, it's not that big of a deal. But now that we're living in this fifth wheel, I don't have room to store it. In fact, I will show you the closet of shame right now because we're 5 people in maybe 400-ish, 500-ish square feet. So it's not a lot of space. So because we live in this situation, I don't have storage to store all of my inventory. So I use a fulfillment company called eBliss Reseller Solutions. They are great. They're in Colorado. And what I do is I just list all my inventory as a draft and then ship all my inventory to them, and they store it for me, and then they ship it for me when it sells. Obviously, there's a little bit of an overhead cost when it comes to that, but it's the only way I can resell right now unless I only want to have like 20 items in inventory. So it's a really great service, and if you want to check it out, I have a link in the description below. You can check it out and talk to them. They're really nice. So what I need to do today is I have a couple of boxes of shoes. I need to first go through them and see which ones are listed because they're kind of all mixed in together because we kind of just threw everything in when we moved into the trailer. I think maybe a couple pairs out in there are already listed, but I need to figure out which ones are listed. I need to sort out the ones that are not listed and take photos. I need to bag those items in inventory bags with inventory numbers provided to me by eBliss. And then I need to box them up, print out a label, and ship them over to eBliss. And then when they get them, they will go through the box, make sure everything's there. They will mark it as received in Vendoo, which is what I use to list my inventory. And then once everything's in received, then I can go ahead and list the items. And when the items sell, they check my account every day and they ship that out. It sounds a lot more complicated than it is. Hopefully I can at least get the photos done. My husband left probably half an hour ago. I had to fight with my ring light, which I don't even have on. I didn't even turn the ring light on. I fought with it so hard to get it together because we've taken everything all apart to store it away. And then I'm realizing now I didn't even turn it on. It is what it is. Anyway, I broke a sweat doing that. It's been about half an hour since he left. I probably have another hour until he comes back. I'm hoping to at least get photos done by then. And then if I need to do the rest later, that is fine. But I thought I would have you come along with me so you can see what it's like to list as a part-time reseller living in an RV with a family of 5. So let's go to my closet of shame. First, I'm gonna have a sip of coffee. Okay, let's go. All right, you're gonna excuse any messes that you see. There is my dog that is mad about being left behind. Okay, are you ready? Here's our closet. These are our clothes. This is inventory. This down here is inventory. I don't honestly know what that is. That could be inventory too. There's a printer down here. And then in the back behind all these clothes is some shelving and there is inventory on there too. So needless to say, I am banned from buying inventory until I get all this listed. And I really want to go thrifting because we've gone from California to Houston and I have not been able to thrift the whole time because we had all this inventory that I need to list. So I'm going to pull this out and we're going to go through it and figure out what's listed and what's not listed. And then everything that, let's close that and not, let's pretend it's not there. Everything that's not listed, I'll take photos of. So, all right, so these, I do not think I listed most of these. These are mostly, it looks like mostly men's sizes. I'll have to check. We'll see. I have my phone here so that I can figure out what's listed and what's not listed. Let me fix the camera so it's not just showing the mirror. All right, now you're going to see our bed, which is maybe a little awkward. I don't know. But we're working with limited space here, so it is what it is. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to Vendoo and I'm just going to search shoes. This pair maybe, actually, do you see what's wrong with this pair? 2 left shoes. Okay, 2 left shoes that looks like they might even be, yep, they're different sizes. So this is sometimes something that happens when you buy liquidation. This is not going to help me, so I am not going to be selling those. Those will be donated, and then we will move on to the next. So this is a pair of men's 11.5 HFS. So what I usually do is I just search the size in Vendu. That's the easiest way to come up with the fewest listings. Okay, those are not listed. So I'll put these to the right. These are all liquidation. They're relatively new. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this on my bed. I don't know. Maybe I should be doing this in the living room. Let's move to the living room. All right. We did it. We made it. Now I have windows behind me, and so I'm gonna have to close the shades. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Hey, look, she remembered to turn on the ring light. Now I have the shades closed because you couldn't see anything. We got the box in here. It was a little bit of a struggle. But now we can... I threw my phone in the box, and I lost it. Here it is. Now we can look everything up, and I don't have to feel bad about having weird shoes on my bed. They are going to be on my dining table, but I can clean that, right? All right. So I checked these ones, 11.5, right? Yeah. So we need to list those. I know these are not listed because I don't have any gigantic shoes. 13s, size 13. All right, those are not listed. I see one shoe. I see another left shoe. I don't know what to do with those yet. All right, these ones are a size 10. I do not have these listed either. I'm pretty sure this box is unlisted. These ones are listed. I'm not sure. I have this style in men and women's. Those are not. These I know are not because I've not taken pictures of any red shoes. Whoa. These are a size 9.5. Why are you guys friends? Why are we? Okay. Part might be boring, so maybe I should speed it up. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12 pairs. These are 2 left feet again, so I'm gonna put these back in the room. There might be matches in the other box or in the closet, so I will keep them, and then if I list everything, oh, another pair. One more pair. If I list everything and I haven't found a match, then all the left feet, all the left shoes will be donated. So let me go put those away and get my photography stuff set up. All right, so there actually is a lot of natural light, but I can't quite figure out how to make it work while also filming. So we're just using the ring light and closing these. If it was just me by myself, I would open these up and turn the board so that it's facing these windows, and I would just like sit in this chair over here that you can't see, and I would do it that way. But there's nowhere for me to put the camera if I do it that way. Is there? Let me try. You can see that I have not done a lot of, listing in this so far. Sorry if you can hear my dog walking around. All right, box here. Move that basket. Maybe this will work. But then I'm still kind of blocking the light. We'll see how this goes. Let's just go with it. And then I can also sit, which is nice. All right. But then you can't really see me. How am I going to talk to you? I do this. But then the windows open behind me, and it's going to wash me out. So I have to close this anyway, but there's also lots of natural light behind me. You know what? I'm just making this a lot harder than it needs to be, let's be honest. But at least my back won't hurt from bending over because I'm sitting here, so I can sit. We figured something out. This writing on here is from when my son did a hot cocoa stand, so I just left it on there. I only need the back half, so we're just gonna go with it. My dog is whining. Hopefully she stops. All right, so I'm just gonna go through and take photos. I might unrubber band all of them first because they get like creased. especially this pair. I used to have these little inserts that you put in, but they just didn't make it into the trailer with all the stuff that we needed to purge. We just got rid of them. Let's de-rubber band, unrubber band some of these. So my goal is to get all these up before we leave this campsite, which will be in about a week, because we've been traveling so quickly, because our goal was to get to Florida for my kids' birthdays, to go to Disney World, and then we found out that it's $1,300 for tickets to go to Disney World for 2 days for us, so I'm not sure if we're doing that anymore because that is outrageous. Anyway, we were rushing to Florida to get to Disney World, so we have been stopping for less than a week in most places, which is really rough on getting work done and just like getting anything done because there are so many travel days, so it's really hard to get everything done that I need to get done. So listing has just taken a back seat, but we are here for another week. And you saw I have this box, I have the other box, and I have some stuff in the closet, and if I can get all of this out before we leave this campsite, I will be really excited, and I'm making it a huge priority. So hopefully I can actually do it. These ones don't have rubber bands. I think the rest of them are good. All right, the rest of them are good. So now that all these don't have rubber bands anymore, we can start taking pictures, and pictures are pretty quick with shoes. I love taking pictures of shoes, or I love listing shoes because they're easy to take pictures of. Clothes are not my favorite, especially in such a small space where I don't have a lot of space to like hang things. Like I don't have a lot of bare walls to hang anything, and I don't have a lot of space to flat lay things. So I wish I could have this open for more light. My eyes are kind of, I can see the ring from the ring light because it's so bright. Maybe I can turn it down a little bit. We'll see if my phone can compensate for that. Otherwise, I usually do go through on my computer and quickly brighten everything. I just need to clean my phone, the camera, lens thing. All right, let's see how this works. That'll work. So yeah, photographing shoes is really easy for me. I just do like a cover shot, and then I do the top, each side, the back. These are really big, so it's kind of getting this in here. The back. And I get the bottoms, and then I get whatever text is inside. And then I'm done. And then I'm going to actually, my son has been asking for ways to make money, so he's almost 8, so he's ready. I was going to have him take pictures, but I don't think he's quite there yet. But I'm going to have him put these items in bags and tag them for me. So there's that one. And then some of these still have like cardboard inserts in them, which makes it really nice because they kind of hold their shape better. And the thing that I'm using here is just 2 trifold boards. You don't have to have an elaborate setup. Like I said, I would be using natural light if I weren't filming right now because I could get the photos in good light without having to worry about the camera also getting good light. So you don't need a ring light. It does make it a little bit easier so you can list at night or when it's cloudy or when you just don't have the right area. But that's 2. So anyway, we are in the Houston area. I've heard thrifting's decent here. Who knows if I'll get to do any. It is my birthday on Saturday, so maybe I can find some sort of a loophole in my own rule and go thrifting for my birthday. I mean, technically I'm getting the work done, right? So they will be gone soon, all of these shoes. That's one of the really great things about having a fulfillment company. There's actually a lot of really good things about having a fulfillment company that I just haven't talked about it yet because even though I've been using them for over a year now, I just haven't found the time to talk about it. But maybe it's time I talk about it and do a video on using fulfillment company and the benefits of it. But basically, even if you're not RVing, when I wasn't RVing full time, we lived in an 1,100 square foot house, and I just didn't want to be storing all that inventory. I knew we might RV again in the future, and we'd like to travel, and it's just a pain in the butt when you want to leave for like 4 to 6 weeks and you're tied together. So it just wasn't ideal. We just didn't have the space, and being part-time, I just didn't want to deal. So I'm using eBliss Reseller Solutions, which I think I mentioned. Again, I will link to them down below. You can talk to them if space is an issue for you or time, shipping, storage, whatever is an issue for you and you think that might be beneficial to you. But here are a couple of reasons that I like it. A, I don't have to store anything, which I can't store anything, but even when we were in the house, I didn't have to store anything. Like, things just got shipped. So I could just do this, take pictures, throw these in the inventory bags that they provide me with this inventory sticker. Ooh, look, these have a flaw. Take a picture of it. And then I just throw them in a box and ship them off to them, and then they will send them when they sell. So yeah, no storing, no spending time shipping or being late shipping. Being part-time, reselling is not an everyday task for me. When I was full-time, it was easy for me to ship every single day, but now that I'm more part-time, it's just not something I do daily. So sometimes I would ship late, especially if we were in this trailer and we were having a travel day that day, and it's just a mess. So not having to ship is great. But one of the things that I really love about it is there is an overhead cost, obviously. I have to pay for the service. For me personally, it comes out to approximately $5 per item, give or take a little bit depending on the size of the item, how long it sits there for, and all that stuff. One thing I like about that is that extra overhead makes me really picky, because not only am I buying the item and spending money on the item, paying for fees, I'm also paying for someone to store it and ship it for me, and I am paying storage on the item. If it sits for too long, it ends up not being profitable. So it forces me, that looks better. It forces me to be a lot pickier about what I pick up, knowing I'm going to have to be paying somebody else to deal with it. So I force myself to buy items that are higher profit that will sell quickly. There's none of that like, oh, but this is cute, it'll sell for like 15 bucks. It's fine if I only make a couple dollars on this because I think it'll sell and I like it. It just allows me to be more business minded. I think that that's a huge perk for me, at least. And I think I will continue to use a fulfillment company unless the next house we buy has like a large storage area or something similar. In that case, I might start reselling more. Who knows? But that is a great perk. So if you're in a similar situation, it might be something to look into. This is definitely not sponsored by them or anything. I just wanted to mention it. Let's fast forward through some of this. I'll just do some real quickly so you don't have to watch this whole video of me taking photos. Okay, I'm done. I have all the shoes here. I need a sip of coffee. Regrettably, I put some protein powder in there, so it doesn't taste great. Let's see how long it took me to take photos. I think of 13 items. So let's see. I started at 12:08, and it is 12:22. So it took me 14 minutes, if I'm doing my math right. 14 minutes for 13 pairs of shoes. That's about 1 minute per pair of shoes. Now I'm trying to figure out how to do this well. If I want my son to bag and tag them for me, then maybe I should upload the pictures and create the drafts, and then I can add the ID numbers after he does that. Maybe that's what we can do. I'm also going to have him weigh them for me. I can pretty much guess that most of these are going to be between 1 and 2 pounds, so I can just put 2 pounds on it. My dog's walking around and I cannot tell how loud it's going to be, so my apologies if you can't hear me over her paws clickety-clacking all over the floor. So it looks like I have a little bit more time. Hopefully I can get all these videos uploaded into Vendoo and get all these drafts done before everybody gets back, and that will be amazing. And then I will get these back into the box and shipped off to Ebliss, and then I will work on the other set of shoes probably next week, since my birthday is in 2 days and I do want to celebrate a little bit. Before I go, I forgot, I want to share with you guys this really exciting thing that I did. It is the 2023 Reseller Business Planner. I always do a digital planner, and I was planning on doing a dedicated video to this, but now it feels weird in the middle of February to be doing a video on a planner since we're like a month and a half into the year. So I thought I would share it with you guys. It is available on Amazon. I usually do a digital download planner, and I will be offering a digital planner that you can do in like GoodNotes if you prefer to digital plan. So check the links down below in the description for all those links. But this is available on Amazon, and I am in love. It is an 8.5 by 11 planner, and it has every month, and it has a weekly planning page for every month, and then you can also track your cost of goods. There are so many good pages in here. And then there's an expense log, mileage log, And then there's many, many, many pages. I think enough pages for 1,000 sales. So if you're kind of like a pen to paper kind of person like I am, and you prefer to plan on paper, then this might be the perfect planner for you. And again, I will link to it down below. You can get it on Amazon. It'll ship to you in like 2 days via Prime. And it is so cool to have something that I made like in my hands instead of just always doing digital products. So I was excited and I thought I would share this with you. If you are interested, you can grab it at the link below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.